The Colorado Avalanche won their first cup. My favorite movie came out. This guitar was made, and I was born. Okay, that last part wasn't true, but it would be cool, because I would like a birth year guitar. That year, of course, 1996. Hey, I'm Jade, and happy Straturday, if you're watching it on a Saturday, of course. This is my new Strat, my first Strat, and it is a 1996 Squier, a Fender 50th anniversary. Got the sticker to prove it. Between like 2017 and 2019, I'm not quite sure when that was, I almost bought a Mexican Strat. Almost. Just something about it wasn't quite right. And finally, I found a Fender, my Telly. You can watch the video on that up here, and I'll link it down below. That was in 2020. How did I come across this? I went into Along McQuaid, which is a retailer here in Canada, if you're not from here, and I was there to rent some pedals because they had half-price rentals, and you can see a bunch of those on the channel that I've already posted and are coming up depending on when you're watching this. And I saw this, and it was a very wallet-friendly price, and I'm like, you know what, I'll just rent this, because of course it was used and you can rent their used stuff. And I'm like, because I've been looking for a bit of a project guitar and I've lost out on some good deals for project guitars. And I don't know if actually this is going to be one of them. Apparently it did come in to the store with a bit rough shape. You can kind of see it a bit on the up here. But other than that, it's great. I'll definitely need you to do the pots. They're crackly when you move them, but no big deal. But the rest of it is great. And actually, I'm really liking the pickups, so I don't know if those will end up being swapped out, which I thought maybe I'd do because, you know, I like them, so why change them? Yeah, so I had this for the month, and when the month was up, I ended up buying it. Early, I sold a pedal and bought this, so I'm really not into it for anything, which is great. And yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through each pickup position and talk about it a little bit more, and my journey with my new Strat, my new guitar. So let's get into it. And that's just straight into my 2001 Blues Junior. Also, the year that I was won the cup. That's not why I bought it, or this, but subconsciously maybe. So I'm up on my neck pickup. Let's start there. Generally, I am on my other guitars on the neck pickup, so start there, and the Strat is known for it, but it's actually not quite my favorite position. I'm in open tuning right now. I'm gonna throw on some delay and some chorus, both Boss pedals. Onto neck and middle. Again, we'll go clean. it is interesting because like I actually haven't done like comparison tests. So I've just kind of played this, not really paying close attention to where I am and the differences in the pickups. But what's funny is the neck position by itself is a lot brighter than the neck and middle, which is interesting. Oh, and if you are new here, thanks, and thanks for still watching up to this point. But if you are new here, I kind of generally describe my style of music as sad girl. If a sad girl and a blues dad had a baby that scored films. But on this tone journey, I've been kind of trying to not get away from it, but broaden my musical style. So yeah, and that actually has a lot to do with a MIDI keyboard, but that's a whole other thing. And maybe I'll do a video on that soon. Hear that crackle when you do the volume. And there is a very big difference in kind of the tone. Again, I've kind of just kept it at 10. I've moved around a little bit, but I haven't really taken complete note of it. This is kind of my first like true kind of deep dive into this guitar. And I will say like 10, it sounds good. And as soon as like you kind of roll off a little bit, it kind of loses a bit of its muster and kind of deadens a bit. Whereas like my Les Paul, each kind of volume has its own tone, but it doesn't kind of lose anything. Same with my Telecaster. So that is interesting, and a different pot will probably help with that. I'm gonna move on to the middle position now. When it comes to the middle position, I actually like it. Like I said, I don't have a lot of experience with a Strat, other than I've picked up a few and I kind of played one in a store and almost bought one. But I can tell you I do like the middle position because of my uncle's Telecaster, which is a Nashville style Telecaster that has the middle Strat bridge, and I always like that sound in that guitar by itself. I might need to move it up a little bit. It is a bit low. This is also kind of the first time I've really been playing with this guitar straight into the amp. I know I've said I generally plug straight into the amp. But because I've been testing pedals over the last month, I haven't really, gone into clean sounds. A little bit again, a little bit, but... Interesting how different it is. That is a bit... like low output kind of... It really is a compressed-y kind of sound. I don't know if that's going to come across on camera. This is kind of when I wish I had the Blues Driver. If you watched the video, I didn't love it, the sound of it in the room, but actually really liked it in the recording because it made my amp kind of sound like it does in the room without the pedal. But like this middle pickup really shines strumming. It's like really chimey. I don't know which tone does what, so let's put them both down and see. Turn down the mic volume a little bit. I'm gonna throw in the boss chorus. 4, we get into the last 2 pickups. We're going to talk a little bit about the guitar itself. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this guitar beyond the tones. I was told when I got it that it came in a bit of rough shape. I don't know quite what they're talking about. There's a couple dings. The fretboard seems a couple rough parts here. Someone really liked their cowboy chords and kind of dug in, but other than that, it seems perfectly fine. Like, I have nothing to complain about when it comes to the quality of this guitar. The frets seem like they've been done. I wouldn't be shocked if that was one of the things that was done. I kind of noticed it kind of, not in a bad way, just they seem not like factory frets, and I've never had a guitar that had the frets done on them, and this just seems like they did. It's kind of hard to explain. But the fit and finish, again, I have nothing to complain about at all, other than, you know, man, having a black guitar is really hard to keep non-fingerprinty and pristine looking. So as I was getting some close-ups, I noticed that there was sparkle. It doesn't look sparkly, but yeah, there's sparkle in the paint finish. Is that normal? The tuners are fine. The B is a bit sticky. I actually have some tuners that I could possibly replace them with if I could find them. They are with my P90, and if you're new here, I have a P90 somewhere, unless they literally grew legs together and ran away. The trem, I don't have really any experience with playing a trem other than playing a couple like Gretches in the store, and I'm really liking it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it, actually, and it stays in tune. Like, this guitar, I'd say it probably has a new nut, and I did widen one of the nuts just a little bit because it was sticking, but other than that, like, I've like dive bombed it and it goes right back in tune. The tuning stability is really good on this guitar, and yeah, the neck has a bit of flame to it, which is kind of funny because my bass that I got in January, also a Squier, I think that's like a 2021 or something, has flame in the neck, and also like right at the same point, I'm not sure you'll see it here, I'll put in some B-roll, kind of a bit of like extra flame, but I think it's called like mineral or something in the wood, where it gets a bit darker in the wood itself. I'm not sure if you're gonna see that, but again, I'll put the thing. But I like it, and it, yeah, a little flame here and there. It's kind of hard to see. I'll probably be hard to pick up in video, but I'll try. And yeah, I would not pick up this guitar and think it was 30 years old import, especially because this one I believe is a Chinese-made 96, because they were made in Korea. So if you were to believe the internet, this is a piece of garbage. But honestly, I wouldn't think anything of the quality in this. I have no complaints on quality when it comes to this guitar, other than the scratchy pots, the volume pot. Like, they feel fine, especially the two tones, but that can happen on any guitar, really, getting a scratchy pot. And switch seems fine. Yeah. So let's get back to the sounds. Okay, we are back. I'm going to go down to the neck and bridge, put everything back to 10, and check it out. I'm actually kind of surprised how not dark it is, but it seems a lot less bright than the middle position by itself. But I actually quite like the balance. I'm gonna go onto the bridge. Okay, I don't like that. I'm gonna roll off the tone. If you know me, I am not the biggest bridge pickup person. I don't mind it on my telly, but I gravitate more towards the neck pickup, like I've already said, but that I do not like. Maybe that's something that needs to be swapped out. Ooh, I do not like that at all. There's just a huge difference. Middle. Okay, so middle, neck, bridge, and that in between's a nice, kind of brings in the bridge a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna throw it onto the, I'll throw it back onto the neck and let's check this out. That's the Behringer Super Fuzz. Yeah, that is my Strat, my new Strat. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and you'll be seeing it on the channel. And yeah, if you've stuck around, I sincerely appreciate it and would love if you consider subscribing, or if you know someone you think would enjoy my videos, if you could share that with them. A little bit about the channel, if you're new, is, well, I've been mostly a plug straight into the amp guitar player for a very long time. I'm on a bit of a tone journey, and I had some pedals on during this video, as you know. But yeah, I'm just kind of trying to look for something different, and this guitar is gonna be part of that journey, and I hope you will too. Thanks, and have yourselves a good one.